it seemed like the philosophy of ministry was bigness at all cost. And
Yeah,
we're
it's
going to
exactly right.
pump the numbers, get as many people here so we can put out in the periodicals that we saw, 2,000 saved, 3,000 saved, and ignore all the other stuff. And
Well,
that
and there
is
was such a
not
huge
good.
emphasis, yeah, and there was such a huge emphasis on world's fastest growing Sunday school and largest this and largest that, biggest bus ministry, and it's all of those things, And so that, I mean, I think that's a lot of where those things came down to. It literally had everything to do with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We're the biggest this, we're the fastest growing that. For what though? For what?
Mm,
It all comes down to pride. We
yeah,
want to be recognized. And
pride.
that's and so I think at that point it's kind of when Pastor Vogel went the opposite direction with that and was like, we don't publish our numbers anywhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's why I don't even know how many people we had in the church growing up. I know it
Hmm.
was somewhere around 1,500, maybe 2,000, but there was no numbers that were published. And he went the opposite direction. We're going to focus so little on numbers that you know we're not publishing those things anywhere because it's not what this is about.
Sure,
But it was
sure.
a big church. I mean, it was a very big church. I mean, I think the auditorium seated 1,500. And the bus ministry. I mean, there was probably another 1,500 that came in on the buses every week. I mean, I think that at the kind of at the peak they were running 40 buses,
Wow.
45 buses, something like that. So that's not small. And so it's not like Fairhaven was jealous of what was happening over there. It was just that the philosophy was completely wrong.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. Well, even if you go look up First Baptist Hammond on the Wikipedia page,
Uh,
there is a large section there that talks about the scandals. And
yeah.
so, it's not like this is some. It's not like we're the tabloid here talking about some juicy gossip, insider stuff.
Right.
Like this
Right.
is the
Exactly.
testimony this church has in the community.
Right. Yeah. And it's time. Yeah. It's time to say something about it because it's hurt the cause of Christ, and you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can argue that. Obviously, they do, but I don't know how you can because it's hurt the testimony of Christ, and it is. And I think what's been hurt even more is the generation that's followed. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you had all the people who were influenced under Howe's ministry that went out and started these churches that got big and everything else. And it was all the same. A lot of it was the same way. It was all based on numbers and all of those kind of things. And now their kids are the ones that are growing into these ministry spots. And you see the direction that fundamentalism is going in.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
all you can say is that's the fruit of it. You
Yeah.
know, you can try to define it however you want to, but the definition is not what you say it is, it's what you see it is.
Right,
So
right, right. Well, and that's that. The fruit speaks for itself, and it's hard to argue with with
exactly
the
right.
track record there.
Exactly
So,
right. Yeah.
what a
And there was
mess.
a lot of people that blacklisted Brother Vogelin after that. I mean, he still preaches in a lot, or still preached in a lot of places. I mean, he's still alive. He's gotten older now and he doesn't travel near as much. But there was a lot of people that they some of them even agreed with them, but they were afraid of what those people were going to say about them if they had him come in and preach, or if they publicly stood with him. So he got pushed to the side in a lot of ways because people were too afraid of what the Hiles crowd is going to think about them if if they stood with him. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's just the mind control is just so strong, and I
yeah,
I don't know how
yeah,
you can be that loyal to anybody
yeah. They do the
that.
same thing to me. I would have you in, but I just, all these guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
gonna,
yeah, yeah. What would people
um,
think if I did? It's exactly right. Yeah,
yeah. It's politics, what it is.
right.
So it's silly.